head are secretly like, Wayne, come and take this brush and cut my cheekbone out, Wayne. I mean, let's be real, we all have a crush on him. Hey everybody, welcome back to A Glittery Life. Okay, this is a quick video for you, short and sweet. I gotta talk about the new WAYNE Goss brush. Yeah, this baby right here. Look at, it's got product on it. Been using it for the last like couple days. And this is interesting. Okay, so you know, obviously I'm a huge WAYNE Goss fan. I love him. I love his videos. I love his brushes. I have all of his brushes. It's gonna be $35. It is limited edition. Once it's gone, we will not see it again. So this is interesting because this is Wayne's like buffing brush. He wanted to create a brush that would be perfect for buffing after he did kind of his buffing tutorial last year. This to me is an interesting shape to have a buffing brush. First off, it is a gorgeous brush. It's made out of 100% blue squirrel, so it really truly is the softest brush I've ever felt. Prior to this, the softest brush I'd ever felt was like the Chikuhodo Sakura series from last year. I was just like, gosh, that's so soft. But this really is truly the softest brush I've ever felt. I think it's interesting that this is a buffing brush because when I think of a buffing brush, I think of something denser, a little bit flatter, really kind of smooths and blurs. But I think this brush is fantastic for contour, blush, and highlight. So it has the perfect fit right here for the cheekbone to get that contour and just do a really nice natural wearable like soft contour and really just kind of like whisper feather it on almost. Then I think you can also, I don't know if you can see this, but it has like an interesting angle, right? It's not totally symmetrical, but it's got that perfect angle, which is what I think is wonderful for highlight. Then I love turning it on its side and almost buffing a blush in. So I guess that's where he gets that kind of like that buffing idea. So I like to turn it in, and I loved the way this applied my blush today. And I liked that so much that there's no contrast there's no line between contour and blush, but there is just a color variation. So, but the cheek looks nice and smooth. And then I did flip it on its kind of like other side that's a little bit more of a longer taper. If you can see that right there, it has like more of like a longer angle. And I did use that side and just feathered my highlight on today in just a really nice soft way. So I do think this is an interesting take on a like buffing brush. That's what he's calling it. I think it's a whisper brush like that. In fact, you had a chance to name it. 8,000 of you emailed into Beautylish to try to name it, myself included. I would have called it the whisper brush because I feel like it just kind of feathers on that makeup in such a beautiful, subtle way instead of, you know, the trend of last year that was like, get that contour blush highlight on so it's like slaps you in the face and you know you can see it a mile away. That's not really on trend anymore, thank God. It'll take people a while to catch up with that, but it's really not on trend anymore. So this brush, if you follow me on Instagram at TrishaLee_W, you saw that I compared this brush to, I said something to the effect of it was the love child of angels whispering and unicorn tails. I do really think it is an unusual brush. I don't have any brush like this that's flat. It is relatively flat. You can see that that's its side angle. And it splays out really softly, which I think is what helps you kind of get that like buffing technique, because it's just so soft and gentle, and it's gonna really kind of buff that out in a very subtle way, which is nice. It's gonna buff it out to give you a real subtle look to your makeup, which I do think is really nice. But I love that the sides are different, that the taper is different on each side, because you know, I love a good Swiss Army brush. I like a multitasker. I feel like most of Wayne's brushes in general are multitasking brushes. There are a few that are what they are is what they are, but most in general, you can use his brushes for lots of different things. And that's actually a very true sign of an artist. An artist thinks like that in terms of like, okay, how can I carry the least amount of brushes and get the highest impact, the most use out of them, do the most different like things with them. So I do like that. I can't wait to see what the name of this is. That is going to be released today sometime. I'm filming this video early, so the name hasn't been released, but I am excited about this brush. Beautylish sent this to me. I will be purchasing another one because honestly, I don't have anything like it. It's beautiful, it's soft, it does what it's supposed to do. And I love, my favorite is the way that it applies blush. It's so pretty and it just feathers that blush right on the cheek. Can you guys see even that motion, like how soft that is? Like you can just see it's like almost just like wisping that like portion of my cheek, and then you can see how that that just like hugs that place where we want to cheat our cheekbones, like fake it till we make it right there. And then once again, flipping it over right there just to get that highlight. So I definitely want another one. I want one for my kit. I want one for my personal self. I would never just put mine in my kit because then I feel like I was missing out. So I do foresee that I will be using the heck out of this brush. I got to give it a thumbs up. I've got to give Wayne props for coming up with an unusual shape, a unique brush, and truly to his credit, creating the softest brush ever. So now there's a lot of you that are going to have a problem with the fact that it's blue squirrel. The place that makes it does consider that blue squirrel to be cruelty free. So whatever their gathering purposes are, they're calling it cruelty free. You can have your own opinions on whether you use synthetic or real hair brush. Please don't use my comment section as a place to air your grievance or argument about cruelty free and all that kind of stuff. I'm just reporting to you the news, right? I'm just giving you information, and then you can be an informed consumer and an informed buyer on whether you want to do this or not. But girl, I say you better swoop this up. So link is down below, and if you have any questions about what I thought about the brush or how I used it, any more in-depth questions, please leave those down below. And if you're going to get this, I want to know, leave me a comment if you're picking this up, because I know so many of you are like me, you're diehard Wayne Goss fans, you're brush collectors, your brush collection rivals any other brush collector. So I want to know if you're getting it, and if we're in the same club. I bet they're going to limit it to 2. So listen, we better get in there and get our brushes. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have an awesome day today. Thumbs up this video if you love Wayne Goss as much as I do, and I'll see you guys later.